Confident, and welcome back to Weekend Edition. This is Rehash, where we recap the big stories of the past week, and something that caught my attention was Issa's story about vape.
Okay, well, if any of you out there vape or you know someone who vapes, you're going to want to pay attention to this story because it's the first time it's been noted here in Guam that someone who was smoking an e-cigarette actually exploded in his face, and that patient was forced to go into facial reconstructive surgery where the doctors repaired his face and also had to repair his eyeball. The patient experienced burns to his hands. He also experienced burns to his face and actually facial fractures because of the force of the explosion. And what happened is he wasn't charging his vape. It was called a tugboat mod. He just plugged it in and pressed the battery and it exploded. So the doctor is concerned that this is a public health hazard. And usually we don't report on these types of cases because of HIPAA laws, laws regarding patient privacy. But the patient did say because this is, you know, he's concerned about public safety, he allowed the doctor to talk on his behalf and share his story. So the patient remains in recovery. The doctor said he'll probably have to have more facial reconstructive surgery in the future, and he may actually lose his eye. And there have been a lot of reports in the past few years about vapes exploding, and just recently in May, there was a report in a medical journal documenting several incidents where these e-cigarettes did explode and cause facial trauma and also trauma to people's eyes, affecting their eyesight. So if you know someone who vapes, be careful. Maybe decide not to vape and stay aware of these hazards affiliated with vaping.
Yeah, it's really, really tragic, and of course our prayers and our thoughts for the gentleman who was injured. You know, wish him a speedy recovery.
Well, I guess my turn. What I worked on this past week and over the past several weeks is election news. This past week we featured candidates running for mayor in the villages of Horat, Chalampago, and Jigo. And next week you want to stay tuned because we are featuring the candidates running in the tri-village of Mangmung Totumaiti. And I wonder who's running. Just kidding.
Well, that's my homeville. Jason?
Okay, well, my beat this week was very, very upbeat and very positive because, of course, the Olympics are upon us and we are well into the swing of everything that's happening with the Summer Olympiad in Rio. So if you guys want to watch the Olympics, and I don't know why you would not, because our gymnastics team, talk about Team USA, you're a big gymnastics fan, Bree. The swim team's supposed to be really good. My men's indoor volleyball guys are supposed to do good. The dream team in basketball, you know, is really, really good. And of course, we're going to cheer on the 5 athletes that represent Team Guam. So represent 671. Everybody. But if you want to check out the schedules, go to KUAM.com or the KUAM News mobile app. Just click on the TV8 link and you can see when your favorite events will show. Speaking of apps, I just want to say that we are now, of course, on Apple TV. People are loving the Apple TV app. And I get a lot of email and people are like, hey, I heard, you know, you guys are on TV app. What about the Roku and what about Amazon Fire Stick? So I'm in the middle of this whole big holy war between the iOS people and the Android people. But don't worry, everybody. We are working on it. That version is coming out soon. So we're going to cover all bases. So Apple TV right now, grab it in the App Store. Roku coming soon. Amazon Fire Stick coming soon as well.
And sorry to be the Debbie Downer, guys. I had some sad news to report this week. We started the week on Monday with Leo Tadella. He's a man in his 70s who alleges he was molested at least 3 times or taken advantage of as child sex abuse at least 3 times in the 50s. And one of the named gentlemen was a church member. He was the priest, Father Louis Brouillard, and actually got the chance to speak to Father Louis on Friday morning. It was as simple as actually looking him up on Google and white pages. And he answered on like the 4th ring, and he confirmed with me that he in fact did molest boys. He was very positive when he spoke with me. Again, he's 95 years old. He says sorry, that he's paying his penance. He's working in Minnesota, and he's doing basically work in the senior home, and he's not getting paid for it. But interesting enough, he still is on Guam's payroll. So every month, the Archdiocese of Agana cuts him a check for $550 a month. And this is called an honorarium or a stipend, as I'm led to understand. So he's been on our payroll since 1996, we've confirmed. And Archbishop Han, who is our interim Archbishop Apron, is on leave. He's conveying his apologies to all the alleged victims, and he's reaching out to them, asking them to call him. He's giving a phone number, call him. He's saying sorry. And again, all of this is under investigation, at least we hope so, by the Vatican. And if you have any stories you want us to cover here at KUAM, email us at reporters@kuam.com.